Okay, so I just received the Treatlife DS01 Smart Dimmer Switch from Oittm for testing. So in this video review, I'll show you how to install this dimmable smart switch in place of an existing switch and see how it works with Amazon Alexa. So first, let's start by unboxing the smart switch and seeing what features are on the outside. So to start off, on the bottom of the box here, it indicates that it will work with Google Assistant, if this then that for custom programming, and Amazon Alexa. Made of fire retardant material, always good. Brightness adjustments are included, and it has some sort of memory function. And on the back here, we have the name, the Smart Dimmer Switch, model DS01, rated at 120 volts at 60 Hertz with 400 watt power rating and works on 2.4 gigahertz. It will not work on 5 gigahertz, so something to be aware of, and will work on standard BG or N Wi-Fi. Supported operating systems are Android 4.1 or iOS 8 and above. It will control a max output of a 400 watt incandescent bulb or 150 watt CFL or LED bulbs. There does not appear to be any kind of underwriter, UL, or ETL certifications on this switch, which can be an important safety consideration. So now opening up the box, we have a card thanking us for our purchase. We have a nice white faceplate, an Oittm switch itself, protected from scratches and shipping with a plastic film. Back we have some warnings that this could be a shock hazard if not installed carefully. Also included are 4 wire nuts and screws. A nice touch here are the included wire labels so that when you remove your old switch, you can mark what you have existing so that it's not so confusing when you install the new smart switch. And here we have our instruction manual. Let's take a look at the back of the smart switch. Take off our warning label. The color-coded wires are nicely labeled here on the metal plate. Load for the red, line for the black, white for neutral, and green for ground. And most smart switches do require this neutral wire. So my test setup here would be similar to what most people would have inside their walls once they remove their existing switch and disconnected the wires. These wires on the left side here are what would be coming from the breaker panel, and this is what would be going to your light, which I have up here in my lamp holder. So now we're going to get started by connecting the wire nuts. So I'm going to start by connecting the ground, which are going to be these bare copper wires combined with the green wire from the smart dimmer switch. Next we'll do the neutrals here, which in my case are labeled as white wires, but every house is different and you should never go by color alone. If you have any questions, you should contact an electrician. Remember, when you're wiring up switches like this, to make sure power is off at the breakers, and you should always double check with a multimeter or volt tester before playing with live wires. And now this black wire that's traveling to the light itself is going to get the red wire, which is labeled as load. And now this black line wire from the smart switch will get joined up with the black wire coming from your breaker panel. So now at this point we have our green ground, white neutral, we have our red to black for the load, and our black to black for the line. So now let's gently tuck our wires into the junction box. And now's a good time to make sure you have this pointed in the right direction. And then once you have the switch lined up, use the included machine screws to securely attach it to the junction box. So now it's time to flip on the breaker. And now that the switch has power, I can download the SmartLife application onto my iPhone and pair it with the switch. So now in the Apple App Store, we'll go look for SmartLife. So I'll get that now. Okay, next sign into the SmartLife app and then enable the Oittm Treatlife Smart Dimmer Switch's pairing mode by holding down on the rocker switch until the LED begins to flash red. Then start pairing a new switch in the SmartLife app. And the Treatlife dimmer switch was added successfully. So let's click on completed. Okay, I'll push on the light bulb icon here to turn the dimmer light on. Nice warm glow. Adjust the brightness. And that works. That's pretty cool. So the switch itself has a nice tactile feel here. It's a slider control, touch sensitive. Feels slick but not too slick. It's almost like a satin. Pushing the bottom button turns it off all the way. So that's pretty slick. I like that. And now let's pair this with Alexa. Okay, so once in the Alexa app, you'll go over to Skills and Games and then search for the SmartLife app. Push on that, then push on Enable to Use. That skill will enable, but to do so you'll need to sign into your account, and then it will let you know that you've successfully linked it to SmartLife. Then you can authorize Alexa to control your light. But first you need to discover devices. Alexa will go out to your network and look for all your smart devices. Here they've all been discovered, and I can pull down and select a dimmer light switch. I can use the app to control the brightness settings and also issue voice commands. Alexa, set the dimmer switch to 50%.
Okay.
Alexa, set the dimmer switch to 100%.
Okay.
Alexa, set the dimmer switch to 2%.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off the dimmer switch.
Okay.
So I would recommend you consider this Treatlife Smart Switch if you're looking for a Wi-Fi light dimmer for your smart home based on the price, features, and ease of installation, as well as the pairing with Alexa. So please consider subscribing to my channel for more smart home device reviews, and let me know in the comments section if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.